Hey y'all, welcome to my goat shed life, where I'm about to sit out on a walk around the property. Now around here, when we take a walk, we don't wear tennis shoes. I'm going to try to see if I can get wear cowboy boots, because there's snakes and pigs and deer and raccoons and possum and snakes and stuff. So, and it's best to go ahead and make sure that you got yourself covered. So anyway, hi ho, it's off to walk we go. Anyway, so I'm gonna come through this gate. Got horses out here, so we're gonna lock the gate. Here we go. All right, here we go. This property back here is probably, I don't know, 60 to 80 acres. Storm might be a brewing, blowing up. I don't know. Wind's kind of picked up. Being under trees, if it decides to lighten, it's probably not the best idea in the world. I gotta watch where I put my feet. So anyway, out in the country. Over on the neighbor's property, they've been working, taking out some trees, and there's some bales of hay that have been baled. Gotta watch where I put my feet. Ooh, it's windy. Oh, it feels good though. It's been so hot. I have another video. Oh, the wind is going to really mess this up. I have another video. If you look it up, it's called The Path. I don't know what the whole walk entails. At least a mile. Maybe a mile and a half or two. Maybe that little help heart thing on my iPhone that tracks me and I don't know it will tell me. Anyway, check it out later. So the wind's been whipping pretty hard through here, and it's a little scary because we're surrounded by some pretty tall trees that might have a tendency to drop some limbs, like boop. This one already has. I don't know if you hear the crack first and then you run or duck, or I don't know. Anyway, there's some pretty big old oak trees out here. So sometimes there's some big limbs that come down. Sometimes whole trees come down. Got one up here on the path that I've known came down, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'll show that to y'all. Anyway, so behind me is a tree that's come down and fallen apart, and pretty much has been there for a while. And eventually it disintegrates. It decomposes completely. It's amazing. Yeah! So up here in front of me is this big tree. It's a big tree. And this limb on it is dead and rotten and right over the fence line. So at some point that will come down and probably make a mess. We've recently had some pretty high winds, and dang, back it up a little bit, that apparently fell. It wasn't even all the way dead. Look at those limbs on it. That is a sight to behold. Seriously, look how big this tree is that's come down. And you can't even see where the fence used to be. But it's fallen in such a way that the horses are not likely to decide that they want to get down beside the side of it. That's a lot of tree. That's a lot of oak tree. Had some good firewood. So here I go. Woo! There we go. Out on the other side. Yeah, I would venture to say they took a little chunk of fence out. Anyway, onward and forward. Be awfully glad that nobody's house was under that tree. If you look up here, you've got another tree. I would have never expected that one back there to fall. It still had leaves on it, as opposed to this tall guy here, and then this guy over here that don't. Those are clearly dead. And when they come down, they're going to make quite a mess as well. This is my walk. Up here, I don't know if you can see it, is the tank. Oh, look. Oh, man. You see it? Really can't see it all that good. I think it's Snowflake's cousin. Anyway, that is the tank. And we haven't been this way in a while because the water was all the way over there. Bye-bye, Snowflake's cousin. There we go. Whoop, disappeared. Okay, so that's a coon track. That is a great big coon track. Okay, there's the tip of my boot right there. There's still a really good sized coon track. This is a wild persimmon tree. And you can see it's got a couple persimmons on it. Those are some pretty ominous looking clouds. They look a lot more ominous. Got it. They look a lot more ominous on the camera than they actually do, but yeah, still not a drop of rain, and boy, we could use it. So there are two of the girls. Let's stretch this thing out. Actually, three of the girls. There are 8 mares that live here, and they are gorgeous. Grapevines. It's an easement to the property. So you can see the goat shed, and the little blue thing is the swimming pool. Almost home. We're back to the gate and getting it unlocked. And ta-da! The goat shed and the pool. So I made it back home. Yay! And it looks as if it was about a 1.25 mile walk. I would have guessed it to be a little farther, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. So both Life with Patti and Lady Huntingdon, both of whom I watch on YouTube, have been doing some walking, and I'm going to list their channels below. And so this is my version of the walk. Gotta tell you guys, I love taking this walk. I haven't done it in quite some time, and once the weather starts cooling down a little bit more and more, gonna keep going. Yeah, don't mind doing this walk every day. Thanks.